I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
That sport for the best authentic sportswear. You check Wilton Sports when you want the best authentic sportswear. Wilton Sport. Food change advertise fee. And for roll out the numbers. Remember, no easy laugh, no off.
Some sports were for take notes. Them full of dreams and hopes. Then why them come and sell rope? When there is only one, yeah, there is only one goat. And that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson sports. Yeah, ball boots, ball tops, ball shots, string yard, ball socks. Them kind of drip you quick for make your ex call back. Little quickness in my boots and ball out, me want that. My Nike ticky pretty and my Adidas all black. Dribble down you feel it, grip me feel me can't drop. Slide tackle all me own a team and know this not pop. Why? Because I'm buy the supper.
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is Manning's Man. I know some of you are wondering, Manning's Man, but I thought this was an 11 a.m. situation. What is going on? You understand me? What is going on to the 11 a.m.? We missed the 11 a.m. No, don't worry, people. You know, we have other things that we have to take care of. So we have to be very careful that we have good balance in life. You understand me? Or else we will have crisis in other situations. So we had matters that were of great urgency that we had to take care of. So, but I'm happy that you are here. We're going to have a wonderful show today. I'm going to give you some good information that I think will be critical in us having a better understanding of the footballing landscape on the beautiful island shores of Jamaica. But again, I am Manning's Man. This is I Am Sure Sports, and welcome to one of the top content producers of football information and other sporting discipline in Jamaica land we love. Welcome to the show. As usual, we ask you to do a couple of things for us to hit the like button once you're on, right? Also share the video, right, so that other persons who may not be aware that we are on, they can know if you have their contacts, right? So do that, all right? So share the contact information. Outside of that, here's the next thing that would really, really appreciate you doing is yeah, bless up, right? Would love for you to do is to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Our subscription are slowly growing, and we appreciate that a whole lot, right? That, you know, people are sharing the content with others, and more people are joining this great network on this job that we are doing here on I Am Sure Sports, and that is courtesy to you. All right, so big up yourself. All right, and thank you again, every single one of you. You understand me? You have been a great support to the show, and I'm truly grateful for all the love and the support that we have from you all. Yeah. All right. So lots of information coming up on the show today. You know, people are calling me saying, man, be calm, you know, because next door there is a storm, you know, but, you know, we're going to keep our eyes focused on our task at hand. You understand me? Please do that. Also, you can be a member. Do you know that you can be a member outside of subscribing? You will see some persons with some little yellow things at the end of their stuff, green and white and stuff. They're actual members of the channel that comes with certain privileges. You can be a member, and there are different levels of membership and membership fees that you pay, and that's very easy to do. So you can, you understand me? You can get that membership thing set up definitely, and that would be good. Again, let me big up some persons who are here. I see Rob Simmons, I see Fresh God, I see Jason Guna, Jason, sorry, and I see Gunner's boss in the chat as well. Dwight is here. Bless up, Dwight. Welcome to all of you. And Ricky Ramprasad out of Mandeville. You understand me? Bless up yourself. See, Gunner's boss, I can't be running around the show, man. It's no excuse. If you're not going to be here, give me the platform, make me run it down. Did you say you're going to run down? Yes, you're going to run it or run it down. Gunner's boss, talk to me. You understand me? You lose it too easily, man. You gotta learn to become my friend. When you're running this, you understand, you will get livid, and then you will destroy the gadgets in front of you. You will rip the cards apart. You will tell the people about their body parts. You understand me? And we can't afford for that to happen, Gunner's boss. We have to give you a calm pill if we're going to have you run the platform, or else you will run it down to the ground, Gunner's boss. Jam, PL fan, you understand me? Bless up yourself as well. All right, the people are slowly crawling in, you know, as the big show is about to start. We also want to remind you that you can support the channel. Some of you have not done that in a while, or maybe you have never done so, right? It's a small amount, but give a super sticker or a super chat, man. Come on. Support the work. You understand me? So we can improve on the product that we provide for you on the platform. All right? Bless up yourself. Richie Richards from New York. Up. Blessings, my boss. You know how it is. Yeah. So people, listen, we're going to have a big show today. Again, never forget this. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life, for the breath in your lungs. Continue to look to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from the Most High God, the one who has made the heavens and the earth. He's glorious and he's worthy of all our praise and all our honor. You understand me? He saves us by his mighty grace. You understand me? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever would believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. You understand me? Big up man like Bad Gio. That is of the Ricardo version over there in Canada. Bless up yourself. Listen, I have to big up a lot of the fans, right? Because, you know, Tricknick new restaurant out there in Brampton, a lot of people. There is Bam Bam. I have to big up this person, right? He supports the restaurant regularly. The food is good. So if you have gone there to buy the food and you know the food is good, come and testify and let them know that you heard about the restaurant on I Am Sure Sports. That is how you push the platform so people know that their product is getting leverage on the platform. Yeah, man, Tricknick, we have to check out the takeout restaurant, brethren. Apart from buying the spices that are in the supermarket, please visit the restaurant, get some jerk chicken, barbecue chicken, authentic Jamaican rice, and peas, curry goat. Yo, all right, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Badgio, me can't believe Badgio. Me can't believe the Badgio not got there say yet. Badgio, me think you got there already, Badgio. Where you going with Badgio? Badgio, you're the first man should have got there, so. Badgio, where you do, Badgio? Let me give you the address right about now. Badgio, me can't believe you not got there yet, Badgio. Jeez and peace. You know what first, Badgio? I swear that is you, you know. When them say, yeah, man, there's a person who comes to the restaurant every single day and said they heard about it on I Am Sure Sports. And I thought it was you. It says it's not you, Badgio. All right? It's not you. It's not you. So let me tell you where it's at, Badgio. It's at, you live far from Brampton. It's at 15A Fisherman Drive, unit number 21, Brampton, Ontario. You understand me? That 15A Fisherman Drive, unit number 21, Brampton, Ontario. There you go. Yeah. Big up Fresh God. Al J, bless up yourself. Sherman Scott out of Clarendon. The man who everywhere he goes, you know, the first comment is one done my cricket for president. He said, big up yourself. See your fans. You know, go and work with them goalkeepers there, you know. Big goalkeeper coach. Bless up. Check out people. You need to check out Safe Fans channel, you know. It's a goalkeeping. It's a goalkeeping a platform dedicated to goalkeeping content. Check it out. Good stuff. You know it a grow. You understand me, but check it out. Out for me, Al-J said, man, hold on there. Al-J, which man out for me now? No, Chris Wayne. I'm actually in the penthouse. I am today, people. I am today operating from the penthouse. I have moved. I've elevated my status from the ground floor to the penthouse. So I am your new penthouse chief of chiefs. Al-J, who out for me? No, man. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, man. The mighty God fight against those who fight against us, man. You understand me? What you mean? Jam up TV. Step up in a life. Penthouse thing we are dealing with. You understand me? People, you see it, everything today. Black and red. The background and thing. Beautiful setting. You understand me? Up and running. Hey, you see this Sunday? You see this Sunday, I think it's a Sunday we're going to have something special. We're going to have some very special interviews. How many of you would like to hear some stories like that? It's not football related. Not related, but stories that inspire. You understand me? Like, I have this friend from a doctor from Malaysia. Love to hear you hear the story. So tell me, people, if you don't want. So like on a Sunday, we can sit down with the family and do a nice little interview, a rap session with some people outside. Because sometimes the football things are toxic and the discussion it's circular, it just monotonous. You know, every day is the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Sometimes we need to expand our horizon and think differently and operate differently. So if you don't want to hear that, big up on yourself and let me know. You know. Oh, bam bam, one side. Are you? Oh, says your brother. The person I say, the person that what it might describe to me, you know. The person that my brother Nick described to me. So me and them play a ball. But you know, sound like a bam bam. So me I say, but says your brother, big up. Yeah, man. The man say, man, every day the man support the rest. The man say every day the man support the restaurant. You understand me? So big up. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, man, nothing about the election, man. We just want to have some stories that inspire, that your son, your daughter, like for those people who are married on a Sunday, you probably your wife has said to you, every day, yeah, watch that, you listen be a nonsense on YouTube, you can't stop listening to that. No, I want to do some stuff that they can listen with you. You understand me? That's what we want to do, beginning this Sunday. Bless up Wayne Evans, out of West. Hey, listen, people, next big thing you need to help me with, all right? I feel like me not for sure no. I have to hide this and drink, you know. Yeah, I can see that thing here, you know. Because me not no free commercial. Stop do it. Anyways. Yeah. Now, let's come back now. Reena, people from Western Jamaica. People from Western Jamaica. People from Western Jamaica. Here's the thing. Reena needs some help. All right? Them need some football boots. If you'd like to contribute one pair, you see it or it's small, one pair, your father, your mother, maybe them used to sell all some stuff and benefit from certain things when Reena was playing. If you want to support them, there is a store that you can buy the boots from. You just send the money via Zelle or PayPal, whatever, and they go there and pick up the boots. So your money is used for the purpose. Lots of transparency. Your money is being used for the purpose that it was purposed for. So that's Reena. So if you are a Jamaican in the diaspora and you want to help them, even if you can't pay for entire, like you can't pay for the boots, but you can give a $50 bomb that can go to the store and the money builds up and they pick up the boots. Once it gets to the amount in terms of 10, then that is it. I will come back and tell you that they have gotten 10 boots, so you don't need to unless you want to. So I need some people, because I could be selfish, you know, and come here and talk about give man his man and give him channel and blah, blah, blah. No. This is an opportunity for you to help and make a difference. You understand me? So bless up. So we wanted to do that. All right? So listen, people, we're going to talk about breaking news. And the breaking news is that there's too much broken news on the YouTube platforms. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the broken news and how sometimes the breaking news break the things that could have been and turn them into should have been. When you hear me, a lot of times the YouTube platforms, I'm talking about the one that covers Jamaican stuff, when there is no clear evidence, when there is no, you can't put your finger on it and the person cannot show proof, or the people, what it does, it sometimes break what was being built. So instead of would have been, it turned to should have been, because it can't happen again. And that comes with personal responsibility of being guardians of the truth, if we want to elevate the status of these platforms, let's use some example. There's a channel called AFTV, Arsenal Fan TV, and I suspect that most of the other Premier League Fan TV are similar. Started out a particular way, but as time progressed, you would have seen how those channels transform their operation so that they are viewed by mainstream media, in particular like AFTV, is that many times the persons on AFTV, even the Rabbit Light, are on the Talk Sports, or on BBC or Sky Sports. Name the biggest platforms, mainstream media platforms, they are there because over time, the credibility of their show has improved. So maybe in building the platform, we are allowed the leverage of doing and saying certain things, whatever you want to call it. But after a while, we have to transition and control the narrative and make sure that the narrative in the grand scheme of progression is beneficial to all parties involved. Therefore, we should not engage in discussions. We should not engage in discussions without having factual evidence. And that, people, is when I talk, I'm not excluding myself from it. It's up to our next man how he want to view this. But I don't exclude myself, because if I am guilty of it, I must be held accountable for it. So here's one of the things. Most times, I'm going to give you an example. Most times when I do shows, I get a myriad of messages that if I were not credible with my information, I would be discredited. So I did a show, and this is apparently this person saw a comment from A.M. Henry. And A.M. Henry was a female, very balanced, articulate herself well. I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to have her speak to the people on the platform. Maybe not in the capacity of a footballing fan, but just to teach general life stuff, because I think just based on what I've seen, she has that disposition. All right. So for example, this person, I wish not to call. They took on, and I could have responded, but I just want to read this to give you an example, because I believe that this person has a particular side that they have taken. Of course, they will deny it because they have not come out and unequivocally stated that they are in support of one side. And people, listen, hey, it is okay for you to want one of the sides to win. You understand? Nothing is wrong with that. It is also okay for you to not want any of the sides to win. And it is also okay for you not to care. Fine? So if Sherman Scott says he wants this side to win, nothing is wrong with that, you know. And if Mario Russell says, I want this side to win, nothing is wrong with that. And if an next person says, I don't care which side wins, nothing is wrong with that. And if a person says, I want both sides to be done away with, nothing is wrong with that. All of those four options are available to every person, and it is up to them. We cannot impose our will upon people. People have what they call free will. They have the right to choose what they believe is the best option in their opinion. What we can do is present information in a fair and balanced way to help people to make better decisions. All right? So we should not get into arguments with people. It's okay for someone to vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. It is okay for someone to vote for the People's National Party. It is okay for someone not to vote. And it's okay for someone to vote for a third party. It's okay for someone to be a Democrat. It's okay for someone to be a Republican. We shouldn't let that divide us. Or trying to convince that person that you are wrong and I am right. Both of us can be right. There are cases where both sides are right. And maybe both sides are right. Maybe both sides are wrong. But it's up to a man to choose what I want. Why are you going to hate somebody for the choice that he makes? That's his choice. And truthfully, his choice doesn't hurt you. It's his choice. Because whichever side you choose, ultimately, football is going to be played. And a lot of what happens on the field is really down to, at the end of the day, the players. Most of it, while good administration help, if you have great administration and a poor team, downhill you shall go. Do you get what I'm saying, people? So, when I say to people, I understand, how when you live in Jamaica, you probably haven't had the opportunity to travel outside of Jamaica, spend time in other places. You are not abreast of what is happening in terms of the global space. You may be living in Jamaica and think like only persons who are born in Jamaica should be playing for Jamaica. While I do not agree with that, I'm not going to try and kill a person or tell a person about their mother and their father and their grandmother because of that they believe. I'm not going to title them and label them a particular way because they have their own issues and cultural or emotional reason. We believe that because we have the right position, anybody who don't agree with our position, them dunce, them are idiot, they need to be killed, they need to be thrown away, they need to be gotten rid of. Like, we can't operate like that. And it is unfortunate that even people who have high educational or academical qualification think that way. They believe that if any person ever come out and say, I want people who in Jamaica to play for the reggae boys are born in Jamaica to play, they believe that those people should be done away with. Basically, they should not exist. They should not be around. I don't subscribe to that. I don't agree with their opinion. And I separate their opinion from their person. Two different things. I don't have no hate, no animosity. I have no personal conflict with them. I just don't share their opinion. In the same way, I agree with the people who live overseas that though they may not be in Jamaica every day and may not have visited Jamaica in a long while, that they are just as Jamaican if they have Jamaican citizenship. I believe that. So I believe that both sides are fair and right in believing based on their experience. And our job is to present them with as much information as possible so that maybe it will shape their thinking in a new way. Because guess what? Only slavery forced a system upon people. It's called colonization. You take what is from your colony and you force it on people even if they don't agree. So that is why Black people were colonized. You lived in your own country, but you have to operate based on the rules of a different kingdom, a different country. It's called colonization. And we sometimes want to colonize people. We believe if this is right, everybody must believe this. And if they don't believe what we believe, something is wrong with them. And it is not the case, people. Do you understand me, people? So we need to allow people to have their opinions. And if we believe that the people's opinion are incorrect, though it is their opinion, because not every opinion and facts are different. You know? Not every opinion is factual, but there are some factual opinions, are opinions that are based on facts, but not all. Because we can't really argue the facts, you know. The facts are the facts. Well, you can argue them, but the facts are the facts. We can argue opinion. Truth is not really subjective, you know. Hey, yo, I some serious high level reasoning them here, you know. So today, so the bright people, you know, so big up the 90 bright people listening, you know, because the people them who not so bright, I go say, get to the point, be a nonsense here talking. Anyways, yeah. So what we do, people suffer and perish because of lack of knowledge. So where we find that people, watch this, where we find that people have opinions that are dangerous, here is what we're critical. We arm them with knowledge so they don't perish. So as gatekeepers of these platforms and, you know, the panelists that come on, our job is where people's opinion are not based on facts, where people's opinion is flawed. Here is what they do. Here's what we do. We present them with information, knowledge, so that when they receive and absorb that knowledge, it is called transformation of the mind. Their thinking begins to change, and so things begin to change how they believe and operate. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you want to change how people make decisions, you have to change how people think. If you want to change how people think, you have to give them information to change their thinking. So when we come on this platform, we're bound by the responsibility to put information out there to people. I see someone makes a point here. A fact is a statement that can be proven. An opinion is a statement that cannot be proven. But there are sometimes people's opinion are based on facts. So there is that crossing of both fact and opinion. So I don't believe that all opinions cannot be proven, because people hold an opinion sometimes based on a fact. All right? But we must always agree to the facts. Right? Then I see Rob saying, I agree with you so much, man, is that you're almost intimidated out of speaking about domestic-based players. If I say Damian Lowe is my favorite player, it's because I don't like players from England. Yeah. So, and I mean, that's a point. And there are other people, though, Rob, who feels the same way. That if they say, Demarai Gray is the best player they have ever seen play for Jamaica, people have a problem with that. So it is on both sides. All right? But here is a more salient point. A more salient point is this. Write it down somewhere. Remember this. We must seek to understand before being understood. We must seek to understand before being understood. One of the issues with Jamaica, I'm talking about within the geographical borders. We even seen this because as of recent, there have been I don't know if you realize that even in the States, you see where there's a increase in terms of stories coming up of Jamaican involved in serious violent crimes. Like you heard about this family where the person killed themselves. So you have all of these little issues coming up. So let's see if we can fix that. Let me take this one. All right. So what is the point I am making? We have become so extreme in our reviews that we no longer have a middle ground. So we either love or we hate. We have no in between. You're either supposed to live or you're supposed to die. You either forgive you and forget about it, or me I go kill you so you can't live to ever do it. We have no middle ground. None. We have no middle ground. And I think that is part of the problem with our culture. Is either the kid stay in school and be perfect, or they get kicked out because you're too bad. So we have no middle ground as a society. And it continues. Either people are honest or we call them corrupt. There's no middle ground. And we have to find a way. We have become so extreme in our reviews. We're either highly good on one side or highly toxic on the other. We have to find balance. Big up to New Green Primary School and winning the Northwest Manchester region and also their semi-final game yesterday. Now it's on to the parish finals. Big up the whole of New Green people down on New Green. It'll come like when I turn kill green down there now. No need to behave on yourself down there. All them places in Manchester. You used to be here about the cool hills of Manchester. I hear that people migrating out of Manchester like, whoa. Can't believe it. We hear people packing up, leaving them houses in places like St. Elizabeth. All right. Yeah, facts can change, and that is why I change the word to truth. Miguel, I change it to truth. Yeah, man. Big up DW saying nice background. Big up Peso. You understand me? Yeah, man. Too extreme, man. Oh, Reedy from New Green. Reedy saying I must know Christopher. Right, man. I'm used to run New Green side, you know. If you want to know it, watch I know. People watch this big connection. You know the shop the right out in the square, Reedy and New Green? You know the shop there? You know the shop there, Reedy? Reedy, you know the shop there? Right up at the square there, so. The local shop, supermarket kind of. You know that's a Reedy? Talk to Christopher right if you know this. I'm not you know they're not reading. I'm not you know it in a reading. Talk to me. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the breaking news. So YouTubers, we need to build these platforms, you know. I want to see you. What on there? You have a shop on New Green Square. You have a shop and no, sir. Ready. I know your shop that. So any member of your family just passed, Reedy? You know a lady who just passed down there, funeral recently gone. And she used to run a shop. You know the lady who just passed? Reedy not tell me, hey, Reedy. You know what I say, Reedy. You're the next one. Fresh God. Right now. Put up the Zelle information. Because I'm really supposed to do a Zelle thing from around 2022. Ending at 2022. And we're then at 2024 now. Christopher Wright, you know what Reedy? What on there, Christopher Wright? Tell me if you know what Reedy, you know. Because it sounds like you're Reedy a brother and brother, you know. Oh, we go for say brother and sister, but brother and brother. Brother and brother, you know. It look like in our family, you know, Christopher Wright. You see it now? Because unless I two shop there in the square. Because Christopher Wright, I was shopping at the square. And really, I was shopping at the square. One must be upstairs and one downstairs. One on the ground floor, and one in the penthouse. Yeah. But listen, YouTubers, yeah, man, seriously. Like, me doesn't want to get into some of the things, you know. Yes, it is. We must not be quick to put out information without checking the information. And then you have some people, you know, who privy to certain information. All right? They're privy to certain information. All right. So DW, call in, man, and tell us about the Afghan, man. Call in. You can call in and tell us about the Afghan, man. If you want to talk about it, just call in and talk about it. I have something to read now. Yeah. So here's the thing. Because you know that if one of the YouTube channels start putting out a lot of nonsense and, you know, stuff that can't be proven, you know what that causes? Here's what that causes. That causes other people not to pay attention to all YouTubers, you know. I'm telling you that. So it is important that we realize that we have accountability to all of us. So you see, when people give me information, if we can share the information publicly, and I can't say I'm very cautious about that. See, then I read it. You know, Miss Peach's shop. Me I tell her read it. Read it. Talk to me and I read it. Me I tell her and I read it. So listen to what A.M. Henry. I don't. If you're watching this on the replay, you can reach out to me if you need to respond. So this is Mr. Carl Wallace and his response, because he didn't watch the show. So his response is Henry, which is speaking of A.M. Henry, misunderstood or misinterpreted both gentlemen. Agreed the vote would go to the largest body / parish association. However, they disagreed on the largest body. Speed said St. Catherine. You know, I'll just use K. K said Kasafa. K suggested it was not as simple as that, as there were other steps which could be taken before those unregistered PAs could take and before becoming eligible to vote. The converse being, if those steps were not taken, then and only then would the votes go to the largest body. I think again, this is skewed because of the person's views on the election. So just bear with me, but I have to read it. Having written a constitution and been part of a committee that drafted another constitution, my previous knowledge had me thinking the following. The JFF Congress is the most powerful body and is also de facto the controlling body. It makes laws and confers power, responsibilities on the other various committees and arms of the JFF. The Congress is guided by the JFF's constitution, but its own ratifies, in effect, create the constitution and amendments to the constitution. All right? So the Congress could be assembled, among other things, straighten out, seeing current issues with Intercal, Coaches Association, and Beach Association. All right? Like some of these things are not part of what is happening, so they should not be in this, because A.M. Henry wasn't speaking nothing. So I want you to understand the context. So here it is that a person said they are completely unbiased. They have no preference, but they tackle A.M. Henry and something and just listen what they are saying, which is why I'm saying that just it's okay for you to say you're on a particular side. Even, all right. Yeah. So the current constitution, inclusive of other contradictory sections and subsections, and decide that the PAs are given an opportunity to become compliant with the constitution and thus be eligible to vote at Congress. Let me say it again. The parishes will vote. People, let me tell you again. All the hullabaloo that is going on. All right, I cannot show you legal documents, but the parishes that were not registered with the Companies Office duly, they have all been registered. There will be a Congress before the election where they will be. If they're, so do you understand? So some of the things sometimes I think we just keep on going on and 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 on. And I said it before. People, when I talk to people. I talk to people who work with or worked at some point with FIFA on these things. The compromise that Jamaica got was the minimum compromise. The minimum compromise, the minimum compromise, people, was 56. There will be 56 votes. So we don't need to prolong the thing. The issue Jamaica will have is what will FIFA do after the election? Because your action in Trinidad was after the election. I tell you these things because I've spoken to people in high up in CONCACAF and high up in FIFA. I can't call the names. There will be 56 votes unless the vote them spoil. So we can try. No, I agree. And I said this to all of you from the beginning. Because let's move on from this election thing. I want to move on from it. Let me move on from it, right? I said to you from the beginning, when this was being written, all of these people, the vice president and the present president and other senior members were part of the dialogue. They did not know that one day they would be going up against each other. Therefore, it wasn't designed to keep one another out. It was designed to keep outsiders out. We are trying to fight a battle for two insiders instead of focusing our attention on getting outsiders to understand the process and begin to advocate as to what they will do 4 years from now, to try and wrestle power from all the insiders. That should be the objective of our YouTube platforms. Not to create an advocating network or platform for either side, but for advocate for people, well-thinking Jamaican, home and abroad, to put together a constructive group of highly intellectual, football-loving people to challenge the status quo, even if the attempt fails. Do you understand me? All right. So let me go through. So this person, just, I'm 100% sure that Issa Allen just came over or just joined the platform and just made a comment without listening to the whole conversation. So because this is your first comment, and your first comment is so because the person is bringing up facts, meaning he's on the other side. You see your first question? What is the person responding to? Issa Allen, call in and tell me. What is this person responding to? What did I say the person is responding to? The person is responding to a previous show from A.M. Henry, where A.M. Henry did not state what the person is saying. Did not. And I am saying, what I say to the person is, it is okay for you to be on one side. Because what the person is saying is not facts. because the people will vote. So some of us want to be contrarians. So we believe that we have to come up with this brilliant idea to show that we are different from others. Listen, you don't have to be like the last person. You don't have to be like the last person. Watch this. Be yourself, man. Don't try to be difficult for being difficult, or try to be different for being different. The greatest thing you can be is be yourself. All right? Parish Council.
Blessings, mornings, man. How you going?
Yeah, man.
Blessed to the viewers, them. Boy, place just dark, yeah, man. Sun out to do a shine, but the place just dark from the other day, mornings, man. I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, some light at the end of the tunnel, you know. But we answer still, mornings, man. If they were given the opportunity to register and vote, couldn't we credit that to the Anderson team for calling out the fact that they weren't registered in the first place? Shouldn't we be commending the RSA team for getting them registered?
No, but nobody can take away from what the Anderson team has done is really expose the issues within the JFF.
I would love to say assist them, not necessarily expose, but assist the parish presidents to get there.
All right, no man, fine. That is under one issue. Here's what I'm saying: this whole process, what this election has done, which is predominantly because of the Raymond Anderson challenge, is expose the issues. Listen, remember, I want people to remember this because sometimes we miss the big point.
Which is what?
Here's a big point. That two persons in the said organization, that one has said the people are corrupt and the organization is corrupt. You could, if Manningsman said it, watch this. If Manningsman said it, it don't carry no weight. I want you to imagine with me, there are two pastors running a church. And one of the pastors come out and say, you see this church that I am a part of, it is a corrupt church. You see the pastor who run this church and the board who run it along with me, they're all corrupt. Who do you want to go to that church?
If I would still want to attend the church, both of them work at the church and one calling out the other.
So one is a pastor, one is a senior pastor, one is the associate pastor. The associate pastor come out and said the entire church is corrupt. And he goes as far as said the leadership of the church is corrupt, and he's still in the church and part of the church as one of them. Would you want to be a part of that? If he is so,
the fact that he is still there, I would still attend because it speaks to his willingness to change.
Oh well, you're different from me, and which is fine. Which is fine. You're different from me.
He was a part of the corruption, and for whatever reason, he wakes up one morning and feel patriotic and decide to call out the corruption that he also has been a part of. So you have to give credit to that individual.
No, I am not.
No, follow me. Kill somebody.
So follow me. Watch this. Giving credit to somebody is different than being involved in the thing with the person. So I am saying to you, if you call that credit, hey, great job. So here's the question. Did you not know all of this before you were in the election process?
Yes, he was aware, but and for whatever the reason, man, the individual decided to make a change.
No,
so you can't. You might get sentence, but his sentence might be lighter than the next man.
No. Here's the thing. No, here is where you're going. I want you to forget because I want you to listen to me, right? Because you see where you're going. You're making this about two persons. I want to talk about the principle of what is happening. Because if we do that, here is what. One person go and walk away believing, you see it, man is man now, do this, and then a next set of people are going to walk away saying, parish council now do this. So let me say this. Let's work this through parish council. If I believe, listen, if watch this, if Neo Sovereign decided to run, right, against the JFF, and all of these things came to light because Neo Sovereign and Cranky and Mario Russell and Tennessee Lewis and Anthony Mack, and if all of these people and these issues came up, I would have a completely different viewpoint. Here's why I would have a different viewpoint. Because there's an election, it makes me wonder that if you weren't contesting the election, if any of this would be a problem to you.
Well, you would be left with that assertion because they can only left to wonder. That's the only thing you would have in a man's man is to wonder.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to ask you though, the fact that the parish associations are going to be registered companies and will also be a part of the voting process. Shouldn't some accolades, some applaud be given to the entity that brought it up in the first place, and not on a basis to say, why they never call them out on the day of the election? That's not the direction that we want to go.
No, man.
We want to go into the direction to call it out prior.
No, but
so the fact that they know registered. Sorry.
So what I'm saying, because I think you're going back to something I said, right?
Yeah, and you said it, and other individuals said it as well, that it was not a proper tactic to use. And it's not about tactics.
No.
It's about the right thing.
So you're saying that so follow me. So there are two things at play. Fine, people must do the right thing. And no, listen, people must do the right thing. You must not speed. You must not go past the speed because that is the right thing to do. The right thing to do is stay in the line. Do the right. People should never do anything wrong. And if wrong is done, if you see a man kill a man, not care if they might come back and kill a family. Do the right thing and go to the police. We can all agree to doing the right thing.
Yeah.
All right. So nobody. When we talk about the election, nobody was trying to question whether the right thing was being done. The question is, even the things that the wicked side calling out about the other side, is it being done because it is the right thing and they are doing it with the right motive, or they are doing it so that they can win the election? So we may benefit from it. It don't mean that the people are doing it are actually right. We are benefiting because we are hearing truth, which is what we need to separate. You have to separate that. So when one political party calls out and exposes the other things of the political party to win the election, we the people get more information. The point, however, if there was no election, it would not come up because they would have been a same part of the system, which is the issue. So
yeah, when else would you be afforded the opportunity to highlight these things if not within an election?
No, come on. Listen,
the voters list won't come up till local election ready to call.
No. Parish council. Come on, man. You know better than that. You're an intelligent person. You know sometimes you come on the platform.
When else would one get an opportunity to deal with election matters if not during an election?
Parish council. How long now? Do you know how long? Do you know that the parish associations have been a part of Jamaica football for over 40 years?
I didn't know they were so long, but yeah, I know they were involved for some time now.
Over 40 years.
Yeah.
And every time there has been a president, there has been voting.
Yeah.
By parish associations. You're aware of that, though, right?
Yeah.
So, in all of those times, there were elections where they were voting. So remember what happened is not there. The voting was affected, and all they had to do is to re-register. So it is not that, because when they say calling out, remember it's not an illegal act. It's not an,
it's not illegal.
Right.
But it's irregularities.
Right. So the point we are making is that, seeing that it is not an illegal act, you know it. I believe, and maybe I am wrong, I believe the reason why some of these things came up, because here was the context of the conversation. The context of the conversation is that if the election had happened on Sunday, we would have won the election. Because this is what they said. Go and listen to it. Because those parishes would not have been able to vote. That's what they said. It is because the court granted the injunction. Because remember, if all things are right, remember, they went as far as saying they disagree, they did not agree, and they're separating themselves from the person who brought the injunction. Because if it had gone through, they would have won the election. So they were going to go through. Remember, so what they were going to do, if the injunction wasn't granted, they would have gone through, they said, and won the election. Because in their head, all of those votes would have gone to Kasafa. That was the argument. So I am saying to you.
On a show earlier.
Yes.
On a show earlier, we were trying to distinguish between fans, genuine fans who just love the game and don't really want to get involved in the ins and outs of politics, who just want to see the right things being done, and as opposed to people who have vested interests or more insight into the intricacies of voting processes and getting players. And as fans, we just want to know that the right things are being done. You get what I say? So for we as fans not looking at it to say, boy, why they didn't take this approach, knowing that they would have a better chance in winning. We are looking at it from the standpoint that the right thing is going to be done, so a fair election can take place. A proper election can take place that everyone would be proud of.
Let me tell you this. Again, nobody. We're not argue. Nobody's saying that people should not see the right thing. The right thing needs to be done. Here's the thing. Listen. If my wife cooks dinner for me, which is the right thing, and she just dash it on the table because she upset, though she did the right thing by preparing the meal, I am not eating it. The right thing must be done with the right motive, my brother. If my motive, if my motive for doing the right thing is for my personal gain, then really, was it really about the right thing?
Not necessarily, but it brought about the desired result. So you still have to say, boy, at the end of the day, something good came from it.
That's what I said to you. I said that we, the fans, are happy that this is happening. And what we should do is not, is it this side or that side? What we need to do is basically say, listen, now we, the outsiders, understand the intricacies of what is happening inside the football. If people from the outside decide to go up, they know what they have to contend with. This is the conciliation. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. This is the big thing, the big thing is that people
Look at it. If I were one of those parishes that were not registered and I get called out for not being registered, now I'm in a position where my company is registered. I would show gratitude to the person, even though I might have dislike the fact that they called me out. But I can now look at the brighter side and say, wow, despite of them calling me out, my company now registered. I mean, I really have to go around the corner and I vote with the hesitancy because I am now registered as a result of them calling me out, whether the intention was good or bad.
Here's the thing. Yes, you're making the same point in different ways. I hear what the end result is. So what I'm taking from you is that you believe one side decided, hey, listen, man, we really want to help the parishes in Jamaica. So I realize that they are not registered. So listen, let's get them registered before this election, because we really want to ensure that these parishes are duly registered. You think you believe that is what they sat down and decided?
No, but them still get registered at the end of the day. You understand? Them still so who you would have voted for? The man who would just allow you to vote without getting registered, or the man will get you registered?
Parish council. You see where you're gone pan now? We are talking about principles. You're gone pan voting thing, man. That who?
No, but that's what it comes down to, Who are you now going to show gratitude to?
According to you, it is not. So it is not a matter of vote. According to you, it is doing the right. It has nothing to do with it.
But eventually it will.
No. According to your logic, it has nothing to do with the election. It's just one side decided, listen, we need to help all the other parishes. We need to help the other parishes because, listen, we want all the parishes to be involved in the process. So let's go and help them. Here's what you'd have done. Let me tell you this. I don't want to get in the Bible. But yes, anytime you have a problem with somebody, the first thing you need to do is to go to them one-on-one. You see, if you want to help people, here's what I would have done. This is principle, business principle. So if one staff does something, you don't take it to the media and speak about it. You go to the staff. You go to the person. So if you realize that Westmoreland, for example, was not duly registered, you go down there and say, listen, Mr. Tomlinson, we realize the Westmoreland FA is not registered. We are going to sit down and help you to be a registered affiliate. This has nothing to do with election. And you get them registered. So when the election come up now and they have a vote, they will do that. You don't come out and say, we were going to win the election because you see them parish they went where they going to support the one day couldn't get to support him. And we all get the whole of the vote that will belong to them because them never duly registered and our side would get the vote. That is how you communicate it. That is wrong, my brother. Even though the end result maybe the parish is registered.
It's still wrong in your eyes and clearly many people's eyes because I've seen some of the comments and it seems like a lot of people still feel as if the way they went about
the motive is wrong.
But the outcome is right.
What for who?
The outcome.
Who is it? Who is
for the parishes?
But parish council. All right, fine. So fine. The outcome for the parishes is right. Fine.
Yeah, so now may I say at the end of the day, it's a good thing. Despite of whatever the intention was. It's a good thing that everybody is now registered.
But what you are but here's what you're doing, my brother. You go further than that, and you go further than that, and you then say that they should show gratitude for that being done and then support the person who helped them. When the person who did it was doing it to expose them and taking what was rightfully theirs. That's what it was being done. And you keep missing that. So I am saying to you, the outcome for us, the people of Jamaica, footballing fans, is good. We are the only ones who benefit. But you can't say, hey, they were right for calling them out and saying that would have taken their votes and given it to Kasafa. So now that them finally get registered, they should be grateful that we called them out. They should be grateful that we went out and spoke about it publicly and things. So them have to run go get them thing registered. They need to come and vote for us now. Oh, them should have glad so we call them out. People don't operate like that. People don't care much.
Assertions were being made that they should have called them out on election day. On the day of the election, and that definitely would not have been the right approach.
No, because they said it. Lord, I'm parish council. We all get circular now. All right. Listen, parish council. They said if we had gone to the election, we would have won because these parishes were not registered. and the votes that belong to them would have come to us. Basically, they were saying that we never want no court injunction because we are going to win the election. So we don't agree with the lady doing the court injunction. Isn't that what they were saying? Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
I believe what they were saying is that whatever needed to be done, cast it what it may, needed to be done, so everything can be addressed and in order and in good faith, so we can proceed with the election. That is my assessment of everything that was being said across the board. Just want everybody to get in line, do the right thing, and vote properly. That is ultimately what we want as fans. I'm speaking on behalf of our fan, you know. Not a board member or any director.
Yeah, but parish council, every time you will say that, and then once I say, okay, you go back to, then should they then vote for them? So even in your own mind, you have a motive. First, you want me to agree. No, listen what you're doing. You want to twist it like as general people. But when the people get to that point, they say, okay, now that I have you here, you see why they should vote for this side? That's what you're doing. So even in your
conversation, because he believes that the man who get the house in order or fight to get the house in order, because we can we agree that the house is not in order?
But parish council, he's not like this is what I'm saying. So let me ask you again. Final thing I may have to go with, because you just use be different words. So you believe? Let me ask you again that Raymond Anderson are trying to get Jamaica's football in order.
Yes.
You believe so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the lady we run the beach football and all everybody that is now coming together. We are trying to get the place in order so we can vote.
So no man. You see, you're gone back to this is why you can't talk. Because you use one word and then as you go further, and this is why you always go on other platforms and say other things. Because here's what happened.
Ultimately comes down to voting. There's an election coming up. So if me can't use the word vote, then I don't know what else to use.
Listen what I'm saying to you. The issue is, if I want to see the best for Jamaica football, it has nothing to do with an election. Whether or not there is an election, I should seek. So here's what I am saying to you. If I want what is best for Jamaica football, when that constitution was written, I knew, according to statements, that these clubs would not be. I would have sat down with them and helped them through the process. That's what people do. So listen to me. While the end result, people like me and you who are not part of this, we don't have a vote, we benefit because we are hearing a lot of information that we didn't know. A lot of things are being exposed. Just follow my parish council. If they wanted to help Jamaica's football from the beginning, here's what they should have done. Westmoreland. So you go to Westmoreland from January 2023 and say, listen, we need to get you registered. This football needs to be better. And we need to ensure that you're duly registered as a FA. So here's what you do. Here is the paperwork. Get that sorted out. That is helping Jamaica's football. Because whether or not there was an election called or due, you're helping Jamaica's football. So here's why. You see how you operate? The politician who come and say, listen, hey, we're going to fix the road. You see how long? Them get $10 million last year, you know. Be a pothole. Vote them out. Vote us in. Because we are putting things in order. You and I know that is just an election talk. And if there was no election, you only hear half of
money. You said that you must have middle ground, you know, not because somebody didn't do something from the offset means at no point in time he's not able to make amends and correct what was done incorrectly. Earlier you said that we must have middle ground. We can't be from one extreme to the next.
All right, so good point. So here's the middle ground. First thing, you see, so first thing, and I've done this. So me get myself in a one big thing one time, and I have to go out and radio and thing. Them time they would have give look a trouble. And that's nothing to do with the day in the church. You know what I had to do? The first thing before I started fixing the things, I had to publicly come out and admit and acknowledge. So here's the first thing. People, I admit that I have been a part of the corruption. I admit that I have done corrupt things. And I want you to hold me accountable. No, I want to put a stop to corruption. Even if I don't win, I want corruption to end. And I admit that I have been a co-conspirator to the corruption. Even in my silence, I would have agreed to corrupt things. When I participated in my 37 years, where I've served 5 different administrations, serving so almost every capacity I've worked in the Federation. I admit that I have allowed corruption, facilitated corruption, partnered in corruption. But today, I decide that I'm going to put a stop to it.
Clean.
Then we can say, whoa. Whoa.
What a man of integrity.
Whoa. Whoa. Eh? Exactly, my friend. That's how you started.
Well, maybe you will end there. Maybe you not start there. But hopefully you will end there.
It's too late now. It's too late now, my boss.
Now free up the line still, man. Yourself, man.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Even if you want to say that and say, yo, I have seen the light. The Lord has touched me. Oh, you said, yo, I must. True. But that's how you start. You start with admitting. You have to start. You have to admit. You can't start with accusation. You have to start with admittance. Who this? Tennessee.
You know, tell me Africa.
Why you always wait until first? Why you always wait until first comes to call for you, call? Every time you do that, you know.
Because more you ever say management, I mean never call. But come here to manage. Because like first comes now where they man there. You know, you look under country, and the man Malika Manga fight tree. Yeah. And then they go pick up and then they start flinging stone.
Yeah.
You look like him and then fling him send first comes go pick up him and then they fling his stone and lick off him and go so when I stone lick him in the head. Because I don't know way much I tell you. Same man them say well, thank you for getting the register so we are going to vote to you. When you know a motive why they do everything what they do. You understand? Because if you, as what you say, if they care about it, why they never do it a couple years ago or a year ago? You understand?
Jojo.
Why you wait until the appointed time, they are call that out. You understand? And you call it out, so you call it out for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if, all right, so Tennessee, first thing, if I believe, all right, so Tennessee and I, and Fresh God and Military Guna, bless up yourself, Orlando, Brown, and Triple E and Sherman Scott, we are part of an organization. All of you guys are vote. And I know that, duly registered. And me want to win over your vote because remember, they said that those votes were going to go to Ricketts, but they were going to get them. So if you wanted to win those votes, I would have gone privately first to the people. And help them with the process. And say, listen, we want to help you, We realize that, say them man they don't really care about you, because if they cared about you, they'd come and get you duly registered. That's how much I said my thing. Yeah, all right. Hey, people, tell me if me allow me to tell. When election are going on, right? When election are going on Tennessee, what the workers them in the parties do? They go around and do what they do. They try to get unregistered. Exactly. They get unregistered.
Everybody.
What they call it? Numerated? Numeration. That's what they call it. I think it's numeration. What they call that thing? Is it new? Like
but them go on and get people in a year and then when they register.
Yeah, because vote. Part of the thing is like the JLP and the PNP will send people around. And the idea is if the PNP come help you get a voter's ID, They are doing it because they want you to vote for them. Enumeration. Thank you. Enumeration.
Okay.
Right? So you have to go around and get the people them enumerated long before this and win them over.
All right.
You don't wait until now when a week before the election, you call them out and say, yo, take them vote and give. You don't do that. That is not, to me, in my opinion, I don't believe that is the best way to win them over.
Money.
That is the point I am making.
Shame them, you know?
That's the point I am making.
I call them out because you want to do the right thing. You shame them.
But that is the point I'm making, Tennessee. That is the point I'm making.
You understand? So, what Paris Council not trying to tell you to make no sense. You understand? Because Paris Council say like, well, if people do the right thing.
His opinion. His opinion still don't say. You have to just, because every man have a right to them opinion.
Well, the opinion is skewed, man, because when I try to tell you, say people say, well, all right, they get to register, so we have to go vote for them money. When the money I call you out. You see, so when me ask you no money, so why did they never wait until after election they do that?
Even that.
Yeah, and so all me see it, they chat too much, and I don't get no problem. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, bless up Tennessee. All right. All right, that's Tennessee. Mr. Wallace, I don't know sometimes if you just like big up yourself, Elder. But Elder, you remember the first time we see Mr. K on TV or by the JFF office? Look at that clip and see the name was there. Who were part of Raymond Anderson team. They said that they are distancing themselves. They are distancing themselves from the case. They didn't say they are distancing themselves from the person. I just spoke to you about what was said publicly. I believe she's a part of them because there is other evidence. However, as it relates to the injunction case, they said they are distancing themselves from the case. It is not them. It is an independent person. Come on, man. So my time. So don't try and challenge. You always try to challenge Cranky when Cranky is not around. Whenever Cranky is on, call Cranky and talk to Cranky because I'm very sure that Cranky will respond in a way that is clear and articulate. So call in and speak to him. I prefer when you do that. But as it relates to me, my position is still the same. I'm going based on claims that they are making. Anyway, people, we not want to talk about. So easy, my fellow YouTubers, easy with the breaking news thing. You understand me? Because too much broken news going out there. I would say as best as possible, if you don't have credible information about even players who are going to play for Jamaica or seeking those things, guess what? Do not discuss the thing them unless you have information from persons directly involved. Please do not. Nobody go there. So you understand? Me not think it twice. We have a caller coming in.
Unless you have information.
First time caller. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Please do not. Nobody go there. So you understand?
Caller, you listen to the stream and talking. Hello. All right. Caller, person calling. You can't call and listen to the show at the same time. You understand me? Because you're behind time. You understand me? So please don't, yeah. Oh, the breaking news is that there's too much broken news going around military Gona. You understand me? So let us not be engaging all of the broken news thing. You understand me? If it can affect, like I said earlier, it can affect some of the processes. So we have to be very careful. And the people then with the information, please, if you have the information, person calling, we can't do no video call. You understand me? I don't know if you're calling for the show, but this show is not for video calls. Yeah. How this? I miss a flex the DJ man say broken news, bring broken views. Forget we forget we confused. Yo, This is I Am Sure Sports. Yo, you know, broken news. Get me broken news. Forget me confused. Yo, yellow, shut up. You know, I don't bring no bag of people come here. No boss, no. We don't pay for nobody. Come in at this. Everything you see yourself. A genuine talent cause it. Yo, yellow. Huh. Cross. All right. The case of Lenny Hyde. People, I believe, while he's working on his qualification, we have to give some kudos to Coach Lenny Hyde. Consistently winning at the DaCosta Cup level. Coach the all-school team. They did well. I think they finished third over there in Fort Lauderdale. And I want to make a case for Coach Lenny Hyde to be a part of the U17 setup. Right? A lot of people are asking, where are the Clarendon College players in the U20 teams? They are too old. All right? They are too old. Most of the top players in the Clarendon team can't play under 20. All right? So it's not that they didn't select them. They are just too old for the people who don't know. All right? So that's one of the things. No, all right. So, all right. While let's see if we can get it. Carla, welcome to the show.
Mornings, man.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, man. Long time. Basil Simmons, I don't know if I remember that name there.
No, I know.
Yeah, first show, man. I was on the first show. Your first show.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. So a long time. This is a long time. Yeah, man. Yeah, the last point I said about Lenny Hyde, I think I was on another call and I am another show and I mentioned that Lenny Hyde should be probably the first name when it comes on to youth football. You know, Lenny Hyde has been tested and proven, and I believe that he will do a good job. I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, but I did not get to
go to the game
to probably watch. Yeah, I was even very close by, but I was not able to watch. But I heard the report and so on. But what I'm saying is that you know, sometimes we give some people, you know, basket to carry water. And let me tell you now that like the girls coach, the new one, with the new set of players.
Xavier Gilbert.
Yes, and we are saying the coach look good, but you know, he's not a quality player. He's just trying with some people.
Carla, the people say I need to remind you that you're live on air.
Yes.
Okay. So you're aware. All right.
Yes.
There's anytime I have first time callers, I must tell them that they're live on here because we had a little incident.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, continue what you were saying.
Yeah. So I'm saying that sometimes we look at some results as some coach, and who we are coaching is what matters, right? And with Lenny Hyde right now, I was saying that because Lenny Hyde giving the players that we know are the first choice players, giving them a team to work with or a squad to work with, and I know that he would do a good job. But that's not even what I call about. Just because I hear say that, I'm calling about the election and the people who are running. You know, I don't like to say this, but it's like an American setup. You know, where the head of the two parties are 80 and over.
Oh yeah. Meaning like
age group.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's a good point, group. You know, with Trump and even Joe Biden.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. So I'm looking at, come on, man. A man is there 37 years, you know. That should be the age of the person who
running the federation.
who is seeking office, you know.
That's a good point.
You know, look what I'm saying. All right. and it goes not just there, you know. You know, man is man, you know when I talk it straight. Because some of the people are my friend, you know. And that's the point, you know.
Yeah.
It goes even all right, even take for example, me a Senton man, right?
Yes.
And me I say, Danny, I said this over. I said, Danny should have trained a young person 2-3 years.
Long time, man. Long time.
4, 5, 6 years ago and say, listen,
Long
man,
time, man.
me have excess. And I know say when me gone down and when me say bye-bye to football, I know bye-bye, everybody, you know, just dead. This guy can pick it up and even do better job than me. Right?
I've said that to Danny. I said, Danny, let's seriously. Like, I think Danny Beckford should have been, I think he's going to be honored I think he's supposed to be honored for years of long service because a lot he has done. But I do believe that he can be like somebody that a consultant, but Danny Beckford should not be a part of the football right now, man. And the other thing you do is like people like Danny Beckford, we're the JFF because he doesn't have a salary. And the man, you understand me? So when him done the football, why am I gonna live on? Like those things, I think like even the federation need to look at like long because there are many administrators in the football, you know, who their personal income and stuff they have sacrificed. They probably should have some sort of pension thing or a beneficiary amount that goes to them. I don't know, but I'm thinking like Danny Beckford should now be probably retired. But there's some benefit that comes with his retirement, having served the football for so many years. Because people forget that this man was a player, he was a referee, he was a coach, president, all kind of things. He has served in almost every capacity in Jamaica's football, you know.
Yes. So that is what I'm saying, and it's not just him alone, you know. You know, one of the day when I called her back, I got scout out the all the presidents at the federations and the parish, because I see same thing happen like all St. Mary, you know. I don't know recently what, but it's like a man just did it and say, boy, never stay here till the dead, you know, and nobody can move me, and I just saw the football around. You know, so at time from the JFF right down to the parish, have everybody go.
Have you ever listened to one of the shows that Cranky do in the evening? Because recently he and Neo was on and they were talking about the Constitution should have in it, like parish presidents, like no one should do because it's 4 years. Yet we don't need more than 8 years in the football. After 8 years, 2 terms, just like the US presidency. 2 terms, that's it, man. You can't 2 terms. You only can run for 2 terms. I think the football needs that. So we can always have fresh blood and fresh leadership with new ideas. But as it relates to, let me just go back on the coaching matter, because here's what I believe. Because I believe that Freddie Butler has been doing a lot of work. And I think like Freddie Butler and Lenny had actually played together. Yes. And so Freddie Butler have the experience of coaching in America. He has also coached in Europe. So if you can work with like a Lenny Hyde in that setup, I think both of them together would be a good thing for a under 17. I think like there is where Lenny Hyde is probably going to be good. So that's just my thought. I think like at that level, I know people are saying under 20, but you probably want the under 20 coach to be a part of the national team setup, so he can take some of the coach's philosophy from the senior team into the under 20. And with that being said, I think like the under 17 would be a good place for Lenny Hyde to operate in. You know, and I think it is something, it will be good for in terms of publicity for the federation. And he has done, like I said, he has done really well. And
yes,
you have to give, at the end of the day, we have to reward people who have proven the result. You can say, well, he never do it in Europe yet. But he has never coached there, and maybe he can't. But we are rewarding them based on what they do in Jamaica. We can't say we're not going to reward people for what they do in Jamaica when that is the only place they can get to do it. At the coaching level, that is in the youth level. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, man. So as I say, you I'm going to scout out and see the people them, and the next time shout out.
I think I can tell them, I know all of them,
No, the time span me talk when them spend.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think Desmond Simpson is new in Trelawney. I think Patrick Reed, Happy Sutherland was in St. Catherine, then Peter Reed now with his Ilian Walker Brown, but she has been in the football for a long time. She's new. You have Barry Watson, who is long time footballing person. You have Patrick Malcolm, St. Elizabeth, long time. You have Samuels down by Hanover, the next long standing one, Danny Beckford. You have Pearson in St. Mary, who really took over from Anderson. He has not been there long. You have Portland is Raymond Grant, been around a long time. He was a former Gensec, younger person though.
Yes.
And then you have Wayne Thompson out in St. Thomas. And then Kasafa is Bennett. Bennett is fairly new to the role in Kasafa. Kasafa normally has consistent changes at the helm.
Yes, man. Yes, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. So as we say, we touch base again, and you remember me now.
Yeah, man. No, I remember, because every time I hear your voice, you know who you sound like? I don't know if people tell her. Tommy Cowan.
Okay. So you may do some MC in one. Yeah. What happened is that me and the brother man we always if I rep him.
Oh, geez, and peace.
Still, yes, man. Yes,
no,
man.
But you know, so if you on area on Monday, I may have a lengthy meeting, geez, Robert. Big up yourself, Robert. We'll go back it up with people. You need to check out what's the score on IRFM. The money is man normally over there.
And a quick one. Yes, and a quick one too is that the damn Dukey that Dukey.
Wait, that.
He used to be a reporter, man, and he worked with IRFM, man. Clive Brown. Yeah. Yes, man. I didn't man if you get some award, man. The man they have
he was awarded. He was awarded. I think Michael Tolo and the Unsung Ones had done an award for him, at an event out by Jacksall. And I think at that same thing something happened out there, and they even awarded Jody Brown as well. And her peer. I think I was out there, man, but Dukey got awarded and thing. Yeah, man.
Okay. Because I say the man pass on and I get award. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, man. All right. So as we say, we touch base, man, and a long time. Because the last time we talked a World Cup qualifying. So.
Yeah, man. All right. Blessings, man. Thanks for the call.
Yes, man. Respect, man.
Yeah. All right. So Carlos, listen, I don't care. I don't care about that. There must be a time when people retire. So personally, it's your opinion. Awesome. Hold your opinion. But me personally, I don't care. I don't care if every year you do a good job. You should not work to a place until you're dead and reach 100. Other people need to come in. So if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. You and I are different. I believe that Biden is too old. If you had that, you don't really care. You understand me? But new leadership is needed in the football. That is my thing. If you talk about how you measure that, you come and tell us. If you believe he's effective, you come and tell us. Don't question me. You give me answers to the question that you have. You give me the answers. Is he effective? What are you using to measure his effectiveness? Come and tell me the 10 effective things that he has done. Or 5. People will retire. That's why some of the young people them get a gun and all kind of things. Same thing with the police force. Them will retire. Where you doing a job when you're 80 years old? You think nobody else can do it? Other people out there can do it. Give other people a chance, man. We are doing a thing. You serve 20 years and 30 years. Other people out there, all banker retire people. I don't care can't bother with the madness sometime, you know. People, I think people just want to be contrary. We can't understand. Great. So if you are concerned with effectiveness and great service, so 2 things I want to ask you. Come and tell me the great service, because great is a big word they're using. Come and tell me the great service. Number 1. And how do you know that the person who comes in will not be way more effective because they have fresh new ideas? You think the doctors who were operating 50 years ago can operate in this time now in medicine? The same thing with our politicians. Nobody wants to retire. Everybody wants to stay there. That's why the country not making no progress. But effectiveness. No, the only measure is not effectiveness. Age is a measure as well. Because what was effective in 1962 may not be effective in 2024. Hey, listen, I can tell you for sentence, there's a lot of people, I'm telling you, who, listen, Danny Beckford is intelligent, you know, smart. Man, Danny a friend, you know, I'm going to pass by and link him later. Went to your castle and sing. But, you see, even how you get information and computers and do those things, man, they're not in tune with them things, you know, man. Life change, you know, man. Life change. It's time for people to move on. Not because you're not a good person, but there are more effective people out there. And it's not every young person is. You have lawyers and people in high position who love football, who wants to be involved. How Carl, people like Carl make me not even want to think about them for helping in football, because you must say, as long as the man do what them supposed to do, them effect his measure of effectiveness, they must stay there. That is why some people will never get involved in football, because one parish president going to stay there until him start from him at 20 and he don't live until him at 87, 67 years. Because the grass at the field, the grass always cut and ball a play. And every now and then, a team from the parish going in football. Crazy thing. Even Danny Beckford believes at times him step away, and this man now come and come tell me about effectiveness. There are people. Listen, there was a time when people thought like, no, but what is the new Minister of Finance name? No young person that just coming out the politics, them name. When him? Nigel, whatever I want him. People, there are always people out there. Nigel, whomever I want him. The JT not changing president. Nigel Clark. People always think like the only person who can do finance is Alishan Omar Davis. There are young people who can do things, man. Give people a chance. Come and tell me tell me the great service. I want you to explain to me, Mr. Wallace, we're calling you. I want you to either call in or type in somebody, what you call it, the great service. Go pick the parish of your choice and give me the great service that they have offered. Pick the parish of your choice and give me the great service. And nobody's throwing them to the pastors. We are sending them on retirement. That is it. We're sending them into retirement and we're going to take care of our elders, you know. You know why Peter Prendergast and Clayton Solomon them stop ref? You think them not effective? Do you really think? Do you really think? But Danica White, Kasafa is because Kasafa change them leader almost every second term. Often Kasafa change. That is what I'm saying. You and I agree. Kasafa because Kasafa always changing. The one them struggle them now change. Mr. Wallace, you keep going around and thing. Here's what I want to ask you. Come and talk to me about the effective service. Because you brought up Danny Beckford. So come and tell us the great effective service. Come and tell us. Don't go around the thing. Let me tell you this. Let me teach this. One thing with me is when you come on leadership, it's a seminars that when people next to me are them thing they made. So I'm a coach when it comes down to leadership. Mr. Wallace, let me tell you this. As a leader, your job is to replace yourself because great leaders leave a legacy. Good legacy, that is. You see, if you don't replace yourself after 10 years in a place, you don't have to leave, But if you don't train people to go better than you in 10 years' time, you have failed as a leader. You have to replace yourself. If you are the only person who can be effective after 10 years in any role you have in life, you're a failure. So don't come tell me about no great service. Great effective service. You're supposed to replace yourself. It don't mean you have to walk away, but you should be raising up. If you go to the Bible, Jesus do it. If you go through life, the most effective companies, where you think Sandals run so? Because Stuart have him son there, a teach and train him. You have to replace yourself. That's one of the things the Chinese have over many other people. When their kids are 10 and 11 and 12 and 13, they start bringing them in them supermarket. And then the sons and daughters come run the supermarket. We have to learn to replace ourselves. Yeah. Ja.
Yeah, greetings, manins.
Greetings.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the chat and thing, Nice program. Manins.
Yeah, man.
That retirement thing, it goes with nature. Yeah? That is a foundation part of nature, that too. So watch it now. Here a retirement being, as you would say, it's not like we throw you away. But retirement means you retire from that position after a certain amount of time. You go and retire and you enter a part now where social program and give back. And you're supposed to have knowledge now. We're not talking about give back money. You understand me?
Yeah. You impart the knowledge where you get.
Yes. That is retirement. You retire. So you're not burn out and wear out. You just go get some new tire upon the car. You understand me? You retire and you roll out and social payback time now. And you might get stipends for things where you do too.
Yeah, because you can be a consultant. No, I agree. Because you can even be a consultant to the person who is a parish president. So if them need, because leaders always need or should have a place of wisdom, Like who do I go to talk to if I have some difficult decisions? And the former parish president can be there. But you can't. We have to get out of this cycle of having people in organization and then say, if me leave, who go do it? If you can't find anybody to do the job that you are doing after 20 years, you have done a poor job.
That's a part of your failure. I agree with you.
Don't Oral leave. Don't Oral was not an in program. a couple of days ago. The program now go on, and people say good program. You have to train people to fill the void.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I see where it go. So it's a thing with all nature. Everything retire after.
The call cut off. You're saying that? Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it's a thing with all nature.
Right.
That's the last thing I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that's nice. You go right back to nature if you look at things and what's around you. Original things, not made by man.
Yeah.
All right.
So
one more thing.
Let me say this. I don't know if you agree with me, but I believe that the parish president should have like term limits after 2 terms, because at 8 years done, you should be able to walk away and let somebody else step in. 8 years.
I agree with term limits, but why me really agree with it are the culture of the people. Because as you see, they won't retire. So that's why I have to agree with it. But no, I don't know if it's 2 or 3.
Okay.
That's what I can say.
You probably don't go for 3. Give them
probably would I go 3. Yeah. But you see, cassava now, if you sleep with cassava they must wait till election, you know, the way of them pressure you have to resign and them get fined.
I don't even think cassava go to 4. I think cassava is every 2 years they have election.
Yeah. If I not too long while ago, one did have to resign.
Wayne Shaw. Yeah, Wayne Shaw resigned and Mark Bennett was voted.
That means him not do it the 2 year. All right. Anyway, man, I was listening to a program. This is the coaching part now. I want to be quick. You hearing me?
Yeah, man, we're listening.
Yeah. I heard you on T-Got. I was listening on the radio.
Yeah. Oh, T-Got say, Pep develop no baller.
And Club.
Don't tell me, see, I agree with him in Danny Jordan. I'm going to end the show if you say that.
No, yeah. So, me not agree on that. No, me didn't find that kind of weird, that conversation there. But, more see if me can do a little job. Me not that good like some people at that thing I still, you know.
All right, go
But
ahead.
you see me now, when me talk about coach, me try to break it down in 2 parts. Like a development coach will work and players technical aspect. Like me learn football late. Me never play football till me go high school. Me never even kick a ball till me go first farm 1970. But entering high school 1970, you know what was the buzz, the whole chat at the school? See if you can guess that. 1970 September, me go school, high school, Calabar.
You probably tell us about.
Tell me what must have been speaking about September morning. See if you can make one guess.
About you?
If you can't guess, you give up. No, man, September morning, the whole chat of the school, when me go school, go experience.
Probably the matter about Pepsi team?
No, let me tell you. Them are talk about Pele and the 1970 World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
So you must know now. You understand me? So I just me learn football. Me go PE and the teacher throw a ball give me and I must trap the ball. Alright, when me in a first farm, me could make me farm side in a 35 boy. Me could make a second 11. You hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, you know when me can start get reserve and then about 3rd farm. 4th farm me start get game, 5th farm in our team.
You know, your farm team.
Yeah, farm team I talk about. Me forgot play Colts and them there. The man them will play Colts come from a school. You know, a primary school named Central Branch.
Yeah, man. Me know Central Branch. Yeah, man.
Full of ball at them time there, you know. The youth them will left Central Branch, you know, them bad them time there, you know.
So you couldn't even make
Anyway.
you know make the sense you even go train for the Calabar Manning Cup or you six
Virgin, me couldn't make the second 11 on my farm team in the first farm.
yeah.
But the buzz, a Pele and the World Cup, me get attracted to football. You get me?
Yeah.
All right, till me is a man, them have 2 stores downtown. One name Sports and Game, Adidas. One name HD Aguilar's, Puma. You see, anytime me go town, me have to go in at them 2 stores there. And me stand up and me look on some big poster size, you know. Picture, you know, nearly big like you know. Real thing. With like Pele around a Puma. Anybody where you know wear Puma around, so. And Sports and Game now have like the German ball of them like Franz Beckenbauer and, you know, and Mr. Man spend hours in them that I look on poster and thing, you know. Anyway, saying that to say this now. Them used to throw ball give me on my trap. So I break down coaching in at 2 stages.
Let me ask you, T got just send me a message say he want come on the show because him here. So I'm gonna make you finish your point and then he will come on, right?
No, yeah, I'm listening. I'm not bright like them. I said this how me work it out.
All right,
we break down coaching in 2 stages. Like that coach that was teaching me for trap ball and a little technical skills. You understand me? And then now me have the part now when you're managers. Right? Yeah. So me put it now say the technical, he might deal with the technical ability, the coach over the academy then, for instance. And then me have it now say like Pep and them there, him don't have no time for that. He might go teach you for overstand the game more that you can use them technical skill and apply to the game.
Yeah. When me ever say
you understand what me try to say?
Danny, first thing, a footballer at the age of some of the players Tigat was talking about is not fully developed in all areas of the game. Maybe they are tactical stuff, maybe have all the technical nuances of the game, but they are tactically positioning, playing in different systems that you still have to learn. You understand me? So if you play football, like body positioning is not something that I learned until I was at the Premier League level.
All right, that's why I make me finish my point.
All right, go ahead.
God, I tell you now, say, what you just speaking about, those are the ways where Pep and Klopp make players better. Right? If you come like Raheem, him say Raheem did good over so. When Raheem come, you know, remember, Raheem a miss goal under the bar, you know. And Pep even have to take him out of the team and send him one side to Arteta. And Arteta work on him for a time till him come back over. You remember that?
Yep. Same thing happened with Marnie. Can remember them said that he used to work with Marnie separately. Sorry, not Marnie, Sani.
Right. Because we buy Sani August time and him never come till near to Christmas. Him come in the team, right? Same way. So Pep I gonna make you more game aware and them there. Pep now gonna have no time for go teach man for trap football and them there. I teach Holland to kick the ball better. You understand me? So that way more try separate the 2 things. If you understand.
Yep.
So now, in that way, Pep one great coach, brother. Oh, he got really Pep no, brother. Anyway, I just want to separate the thing and tell you, miss on with it.
But Van Dijk was a good footballer when he was in He was in Scotland. He was at Southampton. But when he came to Liverpool after a few seasons at that club, he became one of the world's best defender. That is due to Klopp.
Exactly.
That is due to Klopp.
Right. Can make him more positional aware all of them things there. So it's not say I go look and see him. After a time you might see him even technically better. You understand me? But it's a more holistic approach over there. So no, in technical aspect, probably you will find a youth coach better than Pep in that aspect. I do that every day. You get me? So I can't just say, who are the better? I have to call one part manager and call one part like coaching there.
Yeah.
I just that me the one say. And you tell me it's sound weird.
No man, me agree with you, man. Me not agree with T-Gat, you know. Me think T-Gat never take his medication the day that I swear.
Alright. T-Gat can beat me if you feel like you get beat me.
Me send him the link, so let me see what we're gonna do. Yeah, man, alright, cool, that is great.
Alright, bless up.
Yeah, we're gonna wait until T-Gat return. Hey, people want to tell about the event here, you know. Bam, you know, you don't know. Yeah, watch the event, you know. Wait there. What go on, yeah. What go on, pan what go on. What go on, pan what go on. What go on. See there? See there? You see that? Bam. I'm telling you a little bit about it, no? You understand me? This is the Constant Spring Football Club presents a cookout called The Legacy Continues. Friday, December the 23rd, 2024, 11 a.m. at the Constant Spring Football Field. You know that is on Constant Spring Road. You understand me? You can contact them at 876-808-3277 or 876-344-7308. Catering will be done by Pat Celine Catering. Our caterers, you don't know that is Danielyn's sister, Auntie Pat. That's what we used to get when we play much of this. The food them used to come from a constant bringing us here. Jerk chicken, $2,500. Curry goat, curry mutton. You understand me? $2,400. Grilled and crispy. You know, Trenton, $2,500. Fry, roast, stew, fish, $3,000. You understand me? Have rice and peas and a bami and festival and rose and fry plantain and tonkan meal. And yeah, man, jerk chicken, dede, I'll be there. You mean? You T-Gat here, T-Gat look like him get scared. Yeah, all right. So let me just talk a little about the JPL. I don't know, people. I just feel like the information out of the JPL this season is not like, I just feel like the JPL is not as effective in terms of TV advertising and all of those things. The JPL started a thing that I thought was so good, and all that I don't see. The drummers inside the stands, inside the stadium, beating the drum. And me I wonder if I heard that the people them are complaining to them no want no noise. Like that was the atmosphere. If you're not going to do that, let the sound man them play some sound in the stadium noise and sing. Let's create the atmosphere. I don't think there's a lot of improvement in the JPL in terms of its coverage. Like we're almost coming to the end of the transfer window, you know. Are we not hearing any information out of the JPL about player movements? Nothing. No constant update. Big up people like Military Guna, you know, who ever put out content and do stuff. Even Military Guna's coverage, because Military Guna was carrying out certain games. You don't see those things anymore. I think the owners of the JPL need to say to some of the YouTubers, listen, the games that are not being carried by the broadcasters, can you carry those games? Even if you want to say how much money you made off that game from your views, give us some, I don't know, that needs to happen. Hey, people, right now, we ask you to make sure is that your speakers are tuned. You can take the volume, turn down the decibel levels of your gadget, because T-Gat is about to join the show. Okay. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. You're live on air.
I just want to know, I'm live, right? I'm live. I want to know I'm live.
You want to know if you're alive or if you're live
Yeah.
on air?
So if I'm live on here, I'm live on
Yeah,
here.
no, you're not live on here. You're live on ear. Here. God, I am sure sports. Why Jamaican love add H and remove H? Apple.
All right.
Yeah,
Just one.
yeah. Go ahead, my boss.
Big up Danny Dread. But I'm glad to the man I watch the show. You understand? Big up all of the viewers and subscribers. I'm glad to not taking the show. You understand? Good conversation. All right. I think the man them have it wrong. I try. Our millionaire with the crumb.
Hey, people, listen. You can turn back up on the volume, right? T got a whisper. In the word.
Millionaire car. Our come out the wrong way. I never said Pep was not a good test because your man win so many league at Barcelona, Bayern, and Manchester City. I never said that he was a good coach. But I was saying that
No, Tigat. I can't do with that. Here's what I'd love for you to do. You said some of my assertions were wrong.
Yeah, some of my assertions were wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
There it was.
Hold on.
Yeah, you have to do that part.
Get ready, done, baller. All right, Danny Dread mentioned Sterling. Remember when Sterling was at Liverpool, he was in a different position than when he was in at City. Don't forget that.
So isn't that the genius of the coach, though?
No.
Don't you have to give a coach credit, Tigat? If you used to play one position, a coach move you at a next team, put you in a position where you're doing a whole lot better. That is up to the coach.
Hold on. But when he was at, he was saying that Sterling was a kick with a hold for goal because he wasn't in that position when he left Liverpool. He might go train over again to a different position and then come back. Good for the baller, then can adapt at good
and kudos to the coach.
Yeah, hold on, brother. Never say no. Kudos to the coach. All right, hold on. Well, look at the thing. Ryan Sterling was creating havoc at Liverpool. You understand? Him that do a whole for assist. You understand? Don't take that out of the equation. You mentioned the baller.
No, hold on. Before you go from Ryan Sterling, let me ask you: was Raheem Sterling a better player at City under Pep than he was when he was at Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers?
No, but he was playing two different positions.
No, man. Fine. Was he fine?
Can't compare them.
Oh,
he not play two different positions.
So you're saying that you can't compare Raheem Sterling at Liverpool and Raheem Sterling at
Manchester City. Yes, because they were playing different positions. They were playing two different positions. He was playing two different positions.
So you can't compare the player. You can't compare the player because he was in different positions. So basically, because he was playing two different positions, you can't tell if his player as a player improved.
He improved just because he learned a different position.
Oh, so who helped him to learn that different position?
No, but man, if him going at the job, as account receivable.
Yeah.
And then him learn on account payable. Yeah, him whatever. I know about him going at, but he never going at the job as an account receivable.
But which is other Tigat. So watch this. So you were saying that you were giving credit to Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger for developing players. Hold on, man. Yeah. All right, so here it is now that you're saying that Raheem Sterling would have spent most of those developmental years coming up to his Liverpool career, which is fully developed. And next coach get him, and in a short time puts him in a brand new position that he excelled in. But you're not going to give that coach credit for being a developmental coach.
Well, no, because of the upbringing when he gets. You understand? The training he gets and he can develop quick. He develop quick into the where the coach wants him to be.
You know, something think you make more sense when you talk loud. I swear. I swear to you that. Brother, you make more sense. Talk loud. Brother, talk loud. Can you make more sense when you talk loud? Me turn on my phone. Talk loud. You make more sense when you talk loud, man. Talk loud.
They bring up a next player. Market. Marcus,
No, not Market, not Maris. Leroy
Yeah,
Sané.
no man, Maris, they bring up man, they bring up Maris. I used to say if Maris wasn't that better player. But when Maris come to Manchester City, he win the league with Leicester. He was at Leicester and he was a
No,
champion at
when he
Leicester.
came to Manchester City, it was after he won the league at Leicester.
Yeah, somebody
Right.
said he was a champion at Leicester before
No,
he come to
we're not talking about what the person has won. We're asking, the question is, no, here's the question, T. The question is simply no.
Let me answer your question now. My point is that Pep always buy accomplished footballers. You know, buy the local very baller. In buy accomplished players. That was
All
my
right.
answer.
So here's my question. You said Pep does not develop players.
All right, fine. No way.
You said that Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson are different because they develop players. All right, we asked you about Leon Bailey. You said that Unai Emery don't even improve him. All right. So people, Tiga trying to change the thing on me, you know, because we're talking about improving. He's saying that Unai Emery don't improve Leon Bailey, you know. You see, man, I try to change up the conversation on me, you know. Me not understand what go on, you know. The man try to change the conversation on me. The player got better. The coach took Raheem Sterling, who was playing in one position at one club, put him in a new position that he excelled in and did even better in terms of his numbers. You understand me? So you can't say that he's not a coach that improves and develops players. And the idea, the idea that because he win a title at Leicester, say nothing. Not everybody who win title at Leicester was at the top of them. Yeah, Leicester had, you know, yeah, we don't want to get into it, but you can't use that. Because there's always room for growth and improvement in football. Simple. Yeah. But let me say this, people. I always, as we get to the Richard I talk about. Big up Richie, who was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but I want to speak about him. You know, one of the things I always hear as a youth growing up is that blood thicker than water. All right? So I was speaking to a parent. I always want to end. Big up Pesa, yeah man. Text me and let me know the match I go. Reena versus Racing. People from West, if you want to donate a boots to Reena Football Club, please remember you can do that through I Am Sure Sports. I'll tell you how you can do that, right? I always want to end with a story. So I was talking to a parent yesterday, you know. The parent was basically, you know, saying to me, just relating about Mr. Richards and his son. Said that, boy, just the other day he had to sit down with his son, because sometimes you don't even know, you know. No, he had talking to his son, not a sit down, but talking to his son. And they had the conversation because of the whole public issue with, you know, Whisper and his dad. And so one of the things that has done, you know, because sometimes even your sad story, you know, is a next man message, you know. Your mess is a next man message, you know. Your test is a next man testimony, you know. You understand me? So he used the situation with Whisper and his dad to kind of draw closer to his son and begin to challenge his son in terms of, I mean, would you? And he says, no way, you know, as a youth, I would not do that. And his father, the youth also said that, boy, even I know, daddy, that you would not allow that. You understand me? So what is the point I'm trying to make? Sir Richard, I encourage you, because listen, while there is much to be sad about and depressed about and discouraged about, there are other people who, because of what? You and your son, and you alone are going through it, your son are going through it, you know. He's going through it because a youngster, and he goes through his own emotional and mental struggle trying to deal with this. So both of you. You see what both of you are going through is, although it has a lot of negative, it is having a positive impact on many youths in sport and how them relate to them parents, you know. it is making more parents realize that there's a greater need. If I see my son aspiring to great success, that I need to tighten up in terms of how I relate to him and the respect that we show each other. So your bad story, yeah, is a blessing to other people. So I want to use this opportunity to say to you, my grandmother always said, blood is thicker than water. I believe at the end of this, this year or these years of brokenness will be years of restoration. And you and your son gonna be back again the way you originally were from the beginning. And I'm going to use the example of, one of the parties involved. So that party had an issue with his son. And I've listened to snippets of an interview by his son, and he speaks highly about his father. He was talking about how when he had his first child, how that feel, and the kind of instruction that he got from his father and stuff. And many of us would have thought, like, when that whole knife incident took place, that would have broken down the relationship. But over time, they have reconciled. And if that can be reconciled, your relationship with your son will be reconciled. Maybe even through the same thing where him having first child and realize that there's a need for my child to know their grandfather and things. So don't lose hope. You understand me? We don't rush things. When recently my little son, because of the surface so hard, him had some issues. And I realized that you have to deal with the issue with him foot very gentle, because if you force the pain, it makes it more painful. So sometimes you have to be gentle and give time things to recover on their own. So I want to encourage you and to encourage other fathers out there to use this as an example, to build a better bond with your son, and take time to know what they are going through. Because sometimes as parents, we think we know it all. We think like, we are the boss, we are the masters, and they are our servants, and whatever we say goes. We have to be more engaging with the youngsters. It's a different culture that we're in. You and I probably grew up when our parents said, boy, don't back answer. Boy, don't say nothing. Hey, where you just reach home from school? Mom, where you answer me from? You say, Mom, wait, not me. So you never got a chance. Maybe you never got a chance to talk, and you probably grew up with that and feel like that is how you need to relate. So right now, you have to be the father provider at some point. Then you have to be the father protector. But sometimes in the relationship, you have to be the father friend. Then you have to be the father coach. Then you have to be the father mentor. A whole role father would come with, at different stages of a youth journey, Then sometimes you are just season of a child's growth, you're the father protector. Sometimes you're just a father advisor where the conversations are not really regular, but anytime them they're in a crisis, bam, daddy, say bam, elder will go on, pops will go on. At just them time there, but it is important. So as fathers, we have to understand the role that we're supposed to play in the different stages of our youth them growth. So I just want to use this to encourage the man them, Because I know probably some of you have like kids with ladies who want to deal with, and sometimes the relationship will get so a certain way, not because of the child, but because of the influence of the mother or the extended family. And you feel like you don't want to deal with your youth because them pick side. You have to understand that a youth just like you are go through them own mental battles and worries and struggles. Them have school, them have the conflict with them parents to deal with, and they have their own personal conflicts. So while we want the things to fix right now, we have to also understand that they need time to heal and don't rush it. Because you see, in the end, people, the truth always wins out. I always tell people this. You see, management wrong, in the end, you're going to say, yo, management wrong. Because in the end, everything will be revealed, Light reveals things. And over time, there'll be a revelation. So continue to trust the process. Some of the cars that we drive is because they complete the process. The car that is a rush have many issues and faults with it. Very few things are quick, that are good, The process of gold, refining gold, is a very difficult process, How it goes through furnace and fire. The pot and the clay. Them use line, them use knife, them use all sandpaper. Them take the clay and them fling it and dash it all over. But at the end of the day, when that masterpiece is finished, it is beautiful. But all parts of the process is important. Even when the potter take the clay and fling it down, it's a part of the process. So let me encourage you, don't let nobody, no woman, let you give up on your child or no man. No matter if them husband or them wife or them friend, the mother, or you talk to them and them. And even when your son say, you don't deal with me, your daughter say, you don't deal with me, still love them. Because sometimes you have to love from a distance. But if you keep on loving, then love will pull you closer in some season of your life. So we always want to end the show on a positive note, because we want, this is bigger than football. Bigger than football. Okay, see you people, the youth, like me and you out there have some youths. We have to treat them good. We have to help some of the other youth them. We have some youths and help them to understand, man. So I like what Orlando Nicholas said. We can't do that either, I know. Don't tell the child negative about the other person. My kids are some smart youth, They want to say, Dad, you know that mom said? You understand me? We should this and should that. I'm going to say, all right. Let me call mom. Okay, Dad, you don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. Kids are smart, Because kids, they want them to be smart, but they always think they're smarter than their parents. Because they think, because kids do that. Kids try to get parents to disagree so they can play on the mind and the heart of the one who agree with them. You see how I love you? You see how I love you, Daddy? Everything you tell me you do, because they don't like what mommy is saying or they don't like what daddy is saying, vice versa. So don't let the child divide you and don't let the other parent divide you from your child. See, I'm Manning's man. This has been I'm Sure Sports. As usual, we ask you before you go to hit the like button, to subscribe, and to share. If you have an event that you want it to be promoted or pushed, you don't know, just link me and send me. As long as the things that are on it are owned by you, so we don't get no copyright strike. You understand me? We do that, man. It's not about money. It's about the love. We can be better than this. Have a blessed day. Till we meet again, you'll probably see Cranky and his friends discussing the NFL, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson versus Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.